Welcome to my channel. My next request was the highest vote getter, and it's Ano. Not Ado, but Ano. This is a new one to me. And the name of the song is Happy, Lucky, Chappy. This was requested by Kevin on the 13th of July of 2026, and he wrote, "This song is used as the opening for Tecopi's Original Sin." Tecopi's Original Sin handles topics like bullying, depression, child abuse, and suicide, and I think the show handles these topics in a really good way. Here is a very tame synopsis. A squid-like creature known as a Happian leaves his home planet with the desire to spread happiness across the universe. He lands on Earth, but quickly finds himself in danger of captivity by its inhabitants. Fortunately, he is found by an unsmiling little girl named Shizuka Kuzi, who feeds him and names him Tecopi. Feeling indebted, Tecopi decides to do everything in his power to bring a smile to her face. The task is easier said than done, however. Shizuka is bullied by her classmates. She does not have a father, and her mother is never home, though the gravity of these issues flies over the naive Tecopi's head. Even so, Shizuka does have one source of happiness, her dog Chappy. Just the happy, lucky Chappy. Okay. The connection Shizuka and Chappy share only increases Tecopi's desire to make the girl smile, while Tecopi's attempts to lift Shizuka's spirits lead to unintended consequences. He is determined to take things into his own tentacles, test his understanding of human beings, and achieve his goal of spreading happiness. Well, it's a worthy goal, that's for sure. I don't know if he can do it or not, but I guess we'll find out through the song. But before we get into that, I got to thank you for coming. I got to thank you for everything that you do for me, but especially for the comments, for the wonderful comments. Thank you so much. I just so greatly appreciate it. I always put the artist links in the description of their playlist, so you can support them as well. But I put the link to the song that I'm reacting to in the description of the video. I also put a link in there from Wikipedia, if I can find anything that makes any sense and is relevant. And I put the link to the reaction request form and the voting form as well. For those, you have to be logged in, so if you don't have an account on WordPress.com, go create that first. Then come to my website, and you can make one request each day, and you can vote 3 times a day. So you can vote for 3 songs 1 time, or 1 song 3 times, or 2 in 1. Your choice. I always live stream on Sundays for 4 hours, beginning at 6 p.m. UTC on Rumble. So if you come to Rumble on Sunday at 6 p.m. UTC and you put a request in the chat, I'm going to react to it live. I also live stream on Fridays, beginning at 12 a.m. UTC on YouTube. I call that God Talks. It's a chance for me to talk about the Bible, about Christian living, about walking by the Spirit, answer questions from the chat if I can, and take prayer requests. So if you're interested in that, stop by on Fridays at 12 a.m. UTC on YouTube. So this is Ano, Happy, Lucky, Chappy. Interesting.
身に覚えのない星に願い打つ踏み外したらバツバツバツワンツーってチューブラリンいい子にしてたら笑ってくれるかな目覚めても上上上上夢で見たあの子はいないなんで君はしんじゃうのなんで怒っているのなんで僕は泣いてるのなんで一人にするの
Well, that was an interesting song just from the way it was constructed with a kind of a slow, easy-going verses and then the real fast-paced, frenetic sound of the chorus. So that made for an interesting contrast between those two. The voice of the singer sounded like a child. I don't know if that was a child singing, but it sounded like it. Maybe it was just made to sound that way. I don't know. But it's an interesting concept of a girl who's so sad that you can't make her happy, and the alien invader who's bound and determined to make her happy one way or the other. An interesting challenge. That's some fascinating stuff. Thank you for sharing that. Before we move on to the last video, I do want to thank every single one of you for coming here. And I want to thank God for watching over you and walking with you day by day, hand in hand through life, so that you can have the best life that you can possibly have, and you will be overwhelmed by happiness and joy and love and peace. And I pray for that for all the people that you love as well. This is the Vietnam Era Vet, out.